Welcome back to another episode of Cooking In with Joycelyne. Today we're going to make homemade jam. So many times you're going to go to the market and find it costs $4 or $5 for a big jar of jam. For less than $1 you can make homemade jam. It's going to be completely pure with fruit and sugar, just 2 ingredients. Instead of getting corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, fillers, juice, and preservatives, you can make your own jam with just pure sugar, and I use raw sugar, and fruit. If you are stuck with a bunch of fruit, somebody, maybe a neighbor, has a tree and gives you a lot of fruit and you don't know what to do with it, this is an ideal way to preserve your fruit for the whole year. Let's get started. I have some blueberries left over, and just because they're beginning to get soft and I really can't eat this many, I thought I'd show you how to make jam. So what you want to do is look at your berries, make sure there's no stems, because sometimes there are, but these are pretty good. You can roughly see it's about a cup. And so you want to put the exact same amount of sugar as you do berries. And then you can measure it, or you can just dump it in. And it has to be approximately the same, so it's about the right amount. And you just move. All you do is put this on the stove. And we just stir it up. I like to keep it whole. The difference between preserves and jam is just smashing the fruit. I like to have some whole fruit, but of course you can make sure that it's melted. Now if it's too thick, you can add a little water, but it depends how you want if you want your jam to be a little bit softer or not. Some berries, like strawberries, have a lot of liquid. This doesn't have so much liquid, so you can see it's going to be thicker. And so I'm smashing a few of them down to get the juice and mixing that. And put it on like a medium. And then we're just going to stir this up. I did this already a few months ago and it came out so good. Just stir this and melt it so the sugar's all blended. And then we just let it boil. If you want to put some cinnamon, sometimes people like to do that. Depends on your taste. I could mix peaches, I could mix other kinds of fruit. And this will keep very well because the sugar is a preservative. Blueberries have lots of antioxidants. Pectin is what causes the jam to gel. So as I start, now it's getting soft. And now it's beginning to release the juice. So you can see it's getting liquid. And I'm stirring all the sugar so that it's incorporated. So you want to make sure that it gets hot enough that it becomes clear, because right now it's still not clear. Sugar has to melt, but you don't want it to burn, so I'm just stirring it. And just that little cup of blueberries is going to make a nice amount of jam. So we'll let that sit and then we'll come back. So we've been simmering this for about a minute or two, and you can see the blueberries have melted down. The sauce is now nice color. And when this dries, it's going to be jam. It'll get hard. So I'm going to pour it into a jar from another kind of jam. And I cleaned it up and let it dry. Make sure there is no water. It has to be completely dry when you put your jam in it. So after your jam has been cooked, you're just going to pour it in. Oops. And Just that 1 cup of berries is going to make an amazing. So and add. No?
Yep.
So I'm buttering some toast so we can taste this jam. By the way, I decided to show you the difference between jelly. Jelly is nothing but fruit juice and sugar and all kinds of things to make it hard, like pectin, or it has sodium citrate. This one has citric acid, fruit pectin, and sodium citrate, which is a preservative, plus it contains high fructose corn syrup. On the other hand, what we just made, look, it's nice and thick, and it's got plenty of fruit. And the difference between having fruit, now it's still a little bit hard, soft, because it hasn't cooled down yet, but it's going to gel and it'll be really good. So you can see it's got plenty of fruit, and I'm getting it from the sides where it's a little bit, but this is completely going to be healthy because it's all fruit instead of just, there's hardly any. See how thick it is? It's not like watery. Now if I spread, for instance, a little bit of the commercial, there's no fruit at all. Look, this is my side. Do you see? It's just completely just sugar and fruit juice. There's no fruit at all. And so why would you want to eat that when you can eat this side with all the berries? So there you go. Jelly. And next time.
Stay tuned for more Cooking In with Joycelyne on Simply Easy TV.